much more detailed video on how to do this if you're really needing the extra help, but for those that just kind of want a short video, this is your cigarette lighter that's going to power your device, whether it's a camera or whatever. In this case it's a camera. It has a hot and a ground coming out of it, running through a relay. Now this one's wires are colored different than normal, but basically you've got power source for the relay that triggers the relay. You've got a steady output, and then your main input, and then your source when the relay is on or triggered. So you'll notice, make this real simple, this one's going to have hot power. It's going to run through a switch, obviously, so when I manually switch it on, hot power will go here, which will send hot power out to here. When that's switched off and the car is switched to accessory, the accessory power will come on here, which will then go out to the device. So basically in my case camera, your case could be whatever, will come on when the key is on, or you can also override it with a manual switch. So this is going to be hooked up to hot, to accessory, and to ground. And that's the wiring in a nutshell. So I'm going to put the new relayed cigarette plug back under here. Remove this plastic piece here. There's this plastic retainer pin that was up on the side here, and then that piece was in there in that little spot. Once that comes out, you can pry this out. It's got a little retention clip there, and I don't know what exactly was holding that in, but it wasn't a screw. After that, there's a Phillips screw through there, and there's two up behind here, one on each side, and then repeat the same thing on the driver's side. So you'll have a total of 4 small Phillips screws, 2 plastic retainer pins, and then this slides out. And while you've got it out, you can see all the different wiring in there. So basically I'm going to have to tap into there to get my key on power and my ground. So I'll just tap a wire there and run it back to over here, and I'll put my relay in there, and then I'll figure out. The nice thing is once that's in, I don't have to do the hot wire with the switch right away, although I probably will just while I've got this all apart. You can see Honda uses really tiny wires. Those look like 22 or 24 gauge wires, so those are going to be hard to tap into, but I'm going to do the best I can. So you can see I tapped the yellow wire in where the accessory is and a black wire where the ground is. I typically try to use that color scheme consistently whenever I can, so yellow being accessory power, red being hot, and black being ground. When I can't use that for whatever reason, then I try to label the wires, but I'll have to tape that off. So there's not really a good way to seal that up other than just electrical tape when you basically splice into the wire like that. So I just pull the wire up through here. There's a nice clear path. And then I just run it across here and pulled it out here, and then I'll just run it up there and up into the headliner and drop it at the camera location. While I've got this out here, and by the way, the glove box, when you open the glove box, it has this little retainers on it. there in the side after you unsnap it. Just push it back through like that, and that allows you to drop it down. So while I got this out here, this is where your cabin air filter is. The two-handed job. So then just pull it out, and you see how dirty ours is. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. And once you put your new one in, it's just the reverser removal. It just slides out, slides in, and clicks in place. If you pry that away, then you can pull this down, and so you can see where I've just run it behind there so it's not in the way of the airbags. And then the wire just runs up behind there, and it's going to drop down where the camera is.